Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it is time to play. We are back in Complex Sky and we've only scratched the surface here. We did manage to get an apartment built, so we solved that. Let's go ahead and click up here in the top right and see what happens. Okay, it brings up a quest menu. We've got build basic apartment, and then I guess just to dismiss this, we just hit the check button here at the bottom right. Boom. Quest completed. You built a house, you get 5,000 credits. Nice. Nicely done. All right, and then as usual, I think I can just right-click here to dismiss this, but it says main quest 1. Okay, now we're on power and water. I'll right-click off of that. It says power and water. Research the city service 1. Technology, city service 1. Okay, if I just click on that, it brings up our technology tree. So I guess we can just jump into this as well. So let's start that over just so you can see what I did. I got the quest here. I just click on it. And then I click on this where it says technology. Brings open the tech tree. It's already got city service 1 selected in the tech tree. So if we look at the tech tree, looks like there's really only one thing and only one thing we can do. There's a bunch of other ones we can't do yet. So it's got the one selected. All I got to do is hit research. It's going to cost me 200 credits to complete this research. And it's going to allow us to produce electricity and water. And it's going to unlock this building, which is a utility building called the utility service, and allows us to produce water and power for the city. And we can install more modules to increase the production power. All right. 1,800 fuel power production and 900 water production. But it gives us a bad appealing of plus 9 points for having the city look bad. But we'll hit research anyway. We got to have it. So if I click the research button here, let's see, is it doing anything? There it goes. And what do you know? We've completed that. It didn't take much time at all. So we'll come in here again, just like we did last time, and I'll just click the check button here at the bottom right. All right, look at that. 10,000 easy credits. We'll take it. And now we're on the next quest up here. It says ecosystem, research artificial ecosystem. I'll go ahead and click that. And then click here again to bring up the tech tree. It looks like we've got 2 things to choose from now. Artificial ecosystem's already selected for us. That's this guy. It looks, or no, that's basic farming. Ooh, what did I do? Let's see, where is... There's iron processing. We want artificial ecosystem. There it is, artificial ecosystem. Got that, select that. What does this take? We first have to get basic farming. Okay, so the quest is saying we need artificial ecosystem, but this time it's not available to us. We have to do basic farming first. So let's see what basic farming is all about. We've already completed the prerequisite. It's going to cost us 500 credits, no problem. Dirt, we mine that dirt when we grab those trees, if you remember. So we got plenty of dirt. And it's going to unlock a couple recipes. The rice farm. Okay, this is obviously going to allow us to produce rice. And we'll get more into the details on that later. And it's going to allow us to produce saplings. It's going to unlock a couple buildings for us. The factory, which is a factory building, which is the rice farm. We kind of saw that up here. And the foundation. So floating land. Put some dirt together. A foundation, I'm sorry. So floating land is a type of foundation building, basically. Put some dirt together, make suspended so we can create a floating land that we can build natural things on top of, and we can extend it for effect. We'll lose its content continuously due to the wind, and some materials to maintain its volume is required. So here it says +1 bad appealing. So the land actually is a negative thing as we expand this these floating land blocks. I didn't know that. We'll get to these later. We'll see them in motion here. But basically we need to do it for the quests. So let's go ahead and start the research on this. We'll scroll up to the top and just click research. Again, it just takes credits and dirt. I think it may be instantaneous again. Yep, boom, we did it. I'll right click to get out of that. And And let's go to the next research. So we did that just so we could kind of complete this artificial ecosystem. This one takes quite a bit more credits, 10,000, 200 dirt, and 10 saplings. Do we have saplings? I don't think we do. Let's go ahead and research and see what happens. It's going to unlock the trees. It says trees can decontaminate a small amount of pollution, and you build it on the floating land. That's one of the things we just unlocked. And it gets us plus 5 pollution clearing points. Floating land plus 5 pollution clearing. Then it says 12 pollution clearing. So I'm not sure why it has two things there for pollution clearing. And plus 4 pollution clearing rate. Okay. Effect. Enable environment progress and allows us to restore the environment. So that's the artificial ecosystem, and it gets us trees. All right, well, let's hit research. I think we're going to come up short on the saplings. Let's just see what happens. Well, let's click the inventory first. I'm going to hit the E key. Yeah, we don't have any saplings here in our inventory. Let's just hit research and see if it complains. Yep, need more materials to start the research. And it's showing us what we've got. It says it's going to cost 10,000 credits. You've got 506,000. So good shape there. It's going to cost 200 dirt. We got 950. We're good. Cost 10 saplings. We don't have any. All right, let's see how we can get saplings. Before we do, before we go and complete that quest, I think we should complete the tutorial. So you'll notice here in the top right of the screen, I apologize, we've got 48.95 electricity and 48.95 water because our apartment has started to consume those resources. I think we started out with 5,000. So we just need to kind of keep an eye on that. I know I'm going really slow on these videos because I want to explain it and walk through the tutorial kind of slow. But we just need to keep an eye on the water and electricity because if that gets down to 0, then the game will end. So we're going to need to build power production and we're going to need to build water production. But let's follow this tutorial on and just and for now and see if we can't get through some more pages of this. We did the pipes and the cable last time. I think we did everything we can there. Let's go to the next one. Research. Okay, we just did some of this. Research is the main progression of this game. Okay, you can use the research button here at the top of the screen, or you can hit the T key. Let's see here. Okay, that's the research screen. Looks like we've seen it. Use the green research button to start the research. Okay, self-explanatory. Okay, gray shows you the technology that you can select for now, and the red shows you technology that comes later. So we've seen all that. So we're done with that. Let's skip ahead. Inventory management. World inventory can store items in, and when you build something, it will check the items in there. Okay, mining and crafting. Always put the output material in this inventory as well. So this is just saying that the global inventory down here, you hit the E key or just click on it. Saying this is kind of central storage. Anytime we craft stuff, it's going to put it in here. And then anytime we build stuff, it's going to be looking for those materials here in the world inventory. Now, other buildings have inventory, so maybe it's going to talk to us about that. Many buildings have their own storage. Select some building in the storage tab to see what's inside. All right, so let's select this very first building that we didn't even place. This is the operations center. So if I click on that, and I look on the inventory tab, right here's core. It's showing us that it's hooked up to the road network. But if I go to storage, I can see we've got 5 basic control units and 10 iron gear wheels sitting in there. Now, I'm not sure what that's used for. Let's go ahead and look at inventory. So it's got access to the world inventory. So it says linked inventory here. The world inventory and a central warehouse at the operations center. So the world inventory is this guy, the one that we craft and put stuff into. And then the operations center central warehouse is this storage here, the operations center warehouse. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, click on an item to move between each building's storage. So let's see if we can do that. So if I go into the inventory for the operations center and I bring up our inventory as well, the world inventory, let's see what happens. If I click it, Let's see that. Yep, there it goes. So we just transported these 10 iron gear wheels from the operations center to our world inventory. So let's go ahead and do that here for the basic control unit too. I'm just going to click it once and then click it again down here. And I think we kind of have to wait for a truck to bring it. That may be what the delay is. I'm not sure. All right, so that's what that tutorial page is all about. Let's move on. Boom. Okay, power generator. So this is what I talked about. We need to start generating electricity and water once we get people. So we've got our first apartment down, so they're starting to chew up power and water. Okay, mechanics of the power generator. Okay, so it's showing something in storage here. In order to produce electricity, you need this utility service. You need to put coal or something else that can burn into the utility service's storage and make sure the utility service is properly connected to the electricity network. All right, let's do that. Let's see if we can build that. So I'm going to dismiss the tutorial here for a second, and we're going to try and set up this utility service building and find some coal and pop that into the inventory. All right, there goes the tutorial page, and we'll get rid of the world inventory page. And let's go to the building down here at the bottom under utility. We've got utility service, and we can see all the building requirements there. So it takes 5 of those controllers. It takes 5 or 10 gears, 20 of those concrete block things, 35 iron plates. It's going to consume some main controller. We'll talk about that in a second. It weighs 100 units, and it's going to cost us 20,000 credits. Utility service. So it'd be nice to kind of mouse over and see what these parts are, right? But as soon as I mouse up, it disappears. Another way we can find more information about the utility service is if we hit the escape key and we go to this F2. We could hit F2, the building library. Boom. And now this shows all the buildings that we've currently unlocked. So there's more buildings in the game that'll pop up here as we unlock them. But these are the ones we can build now. And if I click on utility service, now I get a nice detailed sheet that tells me a whole bunch about this thing. So it's going to take 10 credits every minute to maintain it. It uses 10 workers. Here's what the build conditions are. So we got to have a foundation, 3x3 foundation, or a 2x2 foundation. And there's some additional ones here. It needs to connect to the levitate network, the water and electricity for some reason. I'm not sure why it needs water. And then it says facility to produce. Oh, this one does produce water and power. Okay, this single building is going to produce both water and power. Very cool. Okay, and then we can install more modules to increase the power production. That's fine. So we can upgrade this. And then here's what it costs. So here we kind of see the details instead of just the icon. What it's going to take to build it. The same thing in the pop-up. And it says main controller here. Now, if you saw the preview video that I put out for Complex Sky, I kind of touched on this. It's going to use up 1 unit of our main controller, and that's all down here with this this one over here at the bottom left of the screen, the main controllers. Right now, we've got 17 available of the main controllers, so we're fine. We'll get to more details on the controllers later. But suffice it to say, we've got plenty of controllers available to build this. Aura, I'm not sure what that is. Aura, we'll have to get to that and see. I think this may have to do with the pollution or the appealing parts. People want to live next to factories. All right, 18, we saw this before. Furnace. I'll click on that. I'm not sure what that means. Transport. Maybe these are categories for the building. Not sure what the furnace and transport are. Okay, and then there's some modules available that we can attach to this utility building. A water generator and a power generator. All right, that's all good. Let's go ahead and place it and see just what this thing's all about. So if I go to utility service, let's see. It looks like it's about 4 squares wide. Right? Let's give up 4 things. And now we're going to probably need to put down some platforms. This looks like an ideal spot right here, right? We've got a spot, a 4x4 spot here. that we could place this in. Kind of makes sense. Looks like it was built for it. But if I go to place it there, just show you, boom. Okay, it's complaining about the foundation. So we learned about that. Let's go ahead and put down the structure foundation first. I'll just drop 4 of these in here. Boom. Let's try to build it now. It may require those other foundations too. Let's just try it. Okay, it's still giving me red. So let's go to the regular foundations and put those on top of the structure foundations. Boom. Now we've got a nice building surface here. Let's try it now. Okay, now it's happy. Now it is happy. Let's rotate. Boom. Okay. So bear with me here while I work the camera. So we can put it like that. Or we should be able to put it like that. I'm not sure why it doesn't like that. That or that. Not that for some reason. Why is that? Seems like it should go that way. Whoops. Let's try that T key. T. So yeah, the T key seemed to work here. We can do it that way. Huh. Okay, yeah, that way. It's just a little tricky to get this placed. The T key is actually helping me here. So maybe that's how the T key is used. Anyway, we can orient it any way we want pretty much on here. Let's do it like this. Again, I'm going to use that T key, just shifting back. Boom. Now it's built. And then like we saw last time, if I click on it, look, it's even telling us it's producing water and it's producing electricity. That's what those 2 guys are popping up there. And we'll close the building library and we can see we need to connect up to the power network and we need to connect up to the water network. Let's just do that the same way we did for the apartment. We just got to extend that over here. So if I click on the building, or I click on let's go to utilities down here on the toolbar. Let's do the water first. Okay, I can see it wants water on this side. So I'm just going to put water underneath the road here. I'm just going to click and drag and connect to the existing water supply. So now it should be happy on water. We'll click and just double check. Yep, happy on water. And now we just got to do the same thing for the electricity, utility, power cable. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to drag down here. Now we should be good on that. Yep, everything's lit up. Looks good. We're on the Levitate network. We're on the power network. And we are on the water network. And now up here in the top right of the screen, we should start to see these numbers go up for our power and our water. So we'll keep an eye on those. 4968. That should start bouncing up as we go. Because now we're producing power. Oh, no, you know what? We're not producing power. Why aren't we producing power? We need some fuel here. Let's see if it gets some automatically. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm not sure why we're seeing the icons there for water. Oh, it is producing. And you know why it's I think it is actually taking wood out of our inventory. Our global inventory here, we do have a fuel source. So I believe it is burning wood to generate that power. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's the case. All right, but they suggested we do coal. So again, what's happening now is it's getting fuel from our global inventory. You can see the wood is slowly going down. It was just at 196. Now it's at 194. But let's go fill this thing up with coal. Let's find some coal. Down there it says it's grassland. What is this? That looks like mineral deposit. Levitate essence. That's not what we want. We want coal. That is iron and stone. There is copper and stone. So you guys probably see it already on the map. I'm looking for coal. There's some coal and some stone. Boy, not much. 5 coal. So let's grab our mining tool. Boom. And let's just mine some coal. We'll let that do its thing. And then I think if we manually put this into the storage for the utility building, I think it'll stop taking the wood. And it's not a bad thing that's taking the wood. It's not a big deal. We've got some. We can do either one. I'm guessing coal is preferred, or probably more efficient than the wood for generating the power. But I keep clicking here just to mine up a bunch of coal. I'll go into the basic inventory and we can see it accumulate. It's slow. So we've only got 40. We'll wait for that, and then we'll just pop that into, let's escape off of that. Let's go back to our utility. I'll click on the building. I've already got storage selected here. I'll click on our inventory. I'll wait for this last little block of coal to get processed or mined. We've got 60. I'm just going to click it and then click it again. Here, should be able to take it in. Let's see. Why is it not going? All right, let's put it back down there. Transport. Let's see now. I thought I could just click and drag that over there. Let me try again. There it goes. So yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't work the first time, but now we've got, you can see it's already going down. 56 coal now at the utility service, and that is being burned. So let's look at the other menus, at the other options here. So here is the generator. There's 4 tabs here. So I'll click generator first. We can see the power and road connection stuff. We can see the rate of power generation. We can see the water generation rate. If I go to storage, that's the coal we dropped off. If I go to power, it's just showing us what it's using. Set fuel queue. So here I can say, what do I want you to burn? Coal, wood, or this processed wood. Right now we've got coal selected. Actually, I just clicked coal. Let's see here. Let's look at that again. So right now, I think if you don't have anything selected, it's going to burn anything it has. But I can say just burn coal. And if I click OK, now it's only going to burn coal for power. Let's do that again. If I right-click this, whoops, let's see. I want to see if I can get rid of it. Okay, I just left-click it. And now I don't have any fuel queue specified. And I think it'll burn anything it can get its hands on. And then transport. This is where, well, let's see. We'll get to that, I think, in the tutorial. If not, we'll come back to it. I don't want to kind of guess my way through it here. Let's go back to the tutorial. We have power and water. We're in good shape. Look at the numbers. 8,000 now and 9,500 for electricity and water. Let's jump in to, so our pollution, it says it's cleared down here. Let's just hit F1 for the tutorial. We've done that one. Let's go to page 10. Okay, mechanics of production, the rice farm. After you build the rice farm and connect it to the water network, it needs to set up a production line before it can produce something. Select the rice farm that you just built in the production tab and then select the recipe. All right, so we need to build the rice farm. Let's do it. Let's see how big it is. I think that's under, is that factory? Rice farm. Okay, it's going to take 30 wood. 20 dirt and 20 metal. I think we're fine there. Let's just see how big this guy is. Looks like, what is that? 3x2? Looks like a 3x2. Again, we're going to need to put down some structure blocks here. And I believe this guy will help clear pollution as well. So let's do a 3x2. Let's try it over here. So we know the routine. We need to put down our structure foundations and just make sure they're connected to something that already exists. And then we can go into our factory this time and pick the rice. I'll rotate and I'll rotate a couple times so we have all the power and the road connection kind of towards the top of the screen. Now it's complaining we probably need those foundations. So let's do that. Now let's try it. Like this. Boom, we're good. There. Okay, and then we need to hook up the roads and the water, and I think that's it. I don't know if this one takes power or not. But let's go ahead and grab under utility the levitate network. We'll get that going. Matter of fact, I might put a few down. Let's put a couple for now. Utility again for water, and you can see it right now. It wants the water right by that square there. So let's just connect up the water here. Ooh, I need iron plates. So we know how to do that, right? Let's go find some iron. And again, eventually we're going to be able to automate this. So don't get too discouraged. We're not going to have to manually harvest this iron for too much longer. Or craft the iron plates for that matter. We're going to get to the point where we can automate that. But for early game here, we need to do it by hand. Look, I can already build a bunch of iron plates. Let's get that queued up. Here's our crafting menu right next to the hotbar, or crafting status, I should say. Queue up some more iron plates so we have them, and maybe even some of these cement blocks. Okay, here they are. They're coming in. And let's go back to doing the water. Water, and we just doop. So that's good. And then I think this thing needs electricity too. No, I guess it doesn't. It just needs roads and water connection for the rice farm. Cool. All right, let's go through the rest of the menu in this building too, just to see what we're looking at. Storage, nothing. Production. I think it says we need to set up the production line before it can produce something. So here we are on the production tab, like it says, and select the recipe. All right. So here is our recipe. We can produce either rice or saplings or both, I think. So the 0 of 3, I think, is indicating we have 3 lines of production that we can use. So let's do the rice first. Boom. And that used up 1 of the 3. And here we can see it's taking water. And it's actually, I think that is absorbing pollution. So it's taking water and some of our pollution, and it's going to spit out some rice for us. So we can also make saplings. Remember, we needed saplings, I think, for the research. So let's go ahead and click saplings. That creates another production line. That one takes dirt. We mined some of that before. Now we may need to, it looks like this one's not running because we don't have dirt. We must have used it up. I think we may have used it up when we put those foundations down. I'm not sure. But we'll need to mine some more dirt. Again, eventually we'll automate it. But to get this going, let's hand mine some dirt. It'll go into our general storage. Then I think this guy can pick it up automatically. So let's just try it. I'm going to close out some of this. We'll find some dirt. That shouldn't be too hard. Here's logs and dirt. Let's just go ahead and bring up the, let's see if I right click. No, I got to bring up the mining menu. Now I've got my little pickaxe, and let's queue up a bunch of that. I think I can do, like, again, 8 at a time. So we can see the logs on the hotbar coming in, but we're also getting dirt. We'll keep queuing up a bunch of that. Let's take a look at our inventory. Yep, here comes the dirt. Look at that, 2,000. Getting logs as well. And now let's check out our rice farm. Okay, it looks like it's not going. Is it going? I'm looking at the sapling production. It says it needs dirt. Now let's just see if it gets it from the storage. It may take a minute for it to actually transfer the dirt from general storage to our rice farm. But that's kind of the point of hooking up the levitate network. So I'm kind of hoping it does it. Let's just see. Got some trucks walking around or going around. There's not a ton of trucks on the roads right now. Let's just see. It is getting water from the water network. It is not getting the dirt. All right. let's take a look at the tutorial. I have some ideas, but I want to go to the tutorial first because it may tell us. I'm going to close that. Hit F1 for the tutorial. And let's see. Okay, after you produce production line. Okay, we did that. We set up the production. Let's go to the next part of the tutorial and see what it says if it talks about the transport. Yep, there it is. I didn't know I didn't know that, but I had a feeling it was coming. All right, after you set up the rice production line, you now need to transport it to other buildings automatically. You can still move it by yourself, but it will be increasingly hard to keep track of if you have more than one building. So let's look at the transport tab, and you can set up what item to load and what item to send by adding an order. And it says, click on the button above to add transport items. All right, let's go back to the rice farm. Boom. We still see that our second production line here is not moving, and we can see kind of on that right side that pops up that we're lacking dirt. And I think the auto transport is going to solve a couple problems for us. If we look at storage, we're producing rice, but we need to get that. Eventually, that needs to move to the apartment building, I believe. So let's go to the transport tab. And we can do auto setup transport here down at the bottom, or we can do it manually. Let's do auto and just see what pops up on the screen here. So I'm just going to click auto setup transport. Boom. And look what it did. Okay, it's set up, looks like 3 different orders here. So here's where it says order, and then there's 1, 1, and 1. So this one is delivering rice to, I believe that is our, what is that building? The utility building, right? So we can see the icon there. It looks just like this one. So that's moving rice over to the operations center. So there it is. Some rice already made it to the operations center's warehouse. What else do we have? We've got a route that is taking saplings and moving them over to the operations center. And you can see when I hover over these, there's a little red X that appears, so I can cancel these if I want. But that's taking saplings to our operations center. And then we've got a third order here. And this one is doing what? Now, it's a different color, so it's the load color, right? So I'm hovering over load. So we got 2 ones that are doing sending, the blue. And we've got 1 order here that is doing loading. And I believe this indicates it's taking dirt and bringing it to us in our storage. So let's look at the inventory. Okay, we've got rice. I don't see dirt in here. How about production? Okay, I don't see the dirt coming. So let's do one more thing. Let's see if we put dirt in the operations center. Let's see if that will bring dirt to the rice farm, because it looks like we're still lacking dirt. All right, I'm going to right click on all that stuff. I'll bring up the inventory. There's our dirt, tons of it, right? 2840. I'm just going to look at production one more time. I'm kind of surprised this isn't working. Let me click this play button. Is that doing anything? No, I think that may have stopped it. All right, let's do what I said. Let's open up the storage. I'm going to drag all of this dirt, or I'm going to click it and see if I can't pop it in inventory. There it goes. Boom. Now let's look at production. Okay, now we are producing the saplings. Now let's go into storage. I'm going to take this dirt out if I can. Let's do one at a time, I guess. Put it back into general storage. And I want to see if we put that in the operations center inventory. Boom. Okay, now it's at our operations center. It looks like this inventory holds a lot more. See how it's depleting? So let's check the rice farm, and then I'll explain what I did and we will end this episode. So check it out. This transport route that is going to pick up dirt and bring it into the rice farm, it's going to find that dirt at the operations center. So it won't get it from our world inventory. The world inventory will be used when we build buildings and things. But for our production buildings, it looks like that inventory has to be available in the operations center if we want to have it picked up. So that is our little lesson here. We've got 2 production lines set up here at our rice farm. Let's check those again. Under production, we've got a production line that's producing rice. It just takes water, and it's getting that from the pipe network. And then we've got a production line for saplings. That's taking dirt. It's picking it up right now from the operations center and our levitate network and trucks. And then it's getting water from the pipeline, and it's producing saplings for us. And then under transport, we set up a transport line to deliver rice to the operations center, deliver the saplings to the operations center, and bring dirt from the operations center into the rice farm. Cool. Very cool. And we made it through another few pages of this tutorial. I think we completed a couple of our quests, and we may have even researched technology this episode. We'll pick it up next episode, and we will keep building our emerging city here. So we did manage to place another building or 2. We've got power and water. It looks really good up here at the top right. We've got a rice farm, so our people should be happy they're getting food. We'll look at that a little bit later. But yeah, that's it for this episode. If you do like this content, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. That helps my tiny channel grow. Hopefully you're enjoying this Let's Play of Complex Sky. We're getting off to kind of a slow start, purposely trying to over-explain things as I learn the game with you. This one takes a little bit of work to get into, but it's once you get familiar with the controls and how it operates and the different mechanics of the game, it's pretty darn cool in my opinion. Again, we changed the color scheme. If you want to know how to do that, look at episode 1 of this Let's Play. Kind of walk through how we set up the game and the scrolling and the camera controls and all that kind of stuff. But for now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.